My name is Grant Crawford, president of Emerge, and I'm joined on stage by Kyle Jepson, who leads our technology and software development efforts. And we're going to take the next 6 minutes and 50 seconds or so and give you a high-level version of who Emerge is. But the one thing I want to make sure you know is we're not just the guys that gave you the water bottles. We do more than that. I'd encourage you to stay hydrated, though. It's the South. It's humid down here. Drink a lot of water. It's late nights. And if we have presenters out there, I'm fairly certain I saw in the fine print that you're required to have these on stage where the camera can see them. So just get that out of the gate. We're a fairly young company, roughly 2 years old. We spent our first year and a half developing our platform and our software. It was our philosophy that when we came to market, when we started talking to potential customers, when we started coming to conferences like this, we wanted a product that was baked. We wanted something that was ready to go. We didn't want to talk about what we're going to do someday. We wanted to talk about what we did today. And that value that we're providing for our customers right now is real. We're based by an executive team that we're very proud of. Andrew Leto is our founder and our chairman. He was the founder and prior CEO of Global Trans, an incredibly well-respected 3PL. Jack Holmes is our vice chairman. He spent over 30 years at UPS and last served as president of UPS Freight. Myself, I had the chance to grow up in the FedEx stable of companies, first starting out in the shipping docks in Columbus, Ohio, while I was attending the Ohio State University. I know this is SEC country, sorry. Served as officer for 7 years towards the end of my career, last as vice president of international operations. The reason I use a handful of these precious moments to call out our executive lineup is I feel it positions us uniquely in the space we now play, this advent of technology and transportation. An industry that was a slower mover, generally speaking, I think we all can agree now has embraced it. Conferences like this are a testament to that. Thanks to our 80 years or so of combined experience, we have a unique voice of customer opportunity thanks to the deep relationships we built with the three groups that we're working to bring together for our platform: shippers, carriers, and brokers. We've built a marketplace for shippers of all sizes. Kyle's going to fire up a live demonstration of our truckload procurement, and while he does that, a little bit about how we engage shippers. So there's two really buckets. There's the small and medium shippers that might not have the ability to go out and buy their own TMS. We provide a nice TMS-light experience for them where they can get away from procurement through phone calls and Excel spreadsheets and emails and utilize something much more robust, a digital environment where they can procure their freight through our platform with their incumbent and existing carriers, as well as the outside carriers that we bring them through our marketplace. For the large shippers, they may already have a big box TMS. We're not trying to replace that. We don't want to be that. We just lay on top of it and complement it. But in the same way, where they bring their incumbent carriers and brokers, and in this case, for example, the load moving from Baltimore to Chicago, before they hit tender for an incumbent carrier broker, they wash it through our freight marketplace and see if there's a better option out there through the 20,000+ active carriers in our market every day. In the end, we see ourselves evolving to be the kayak of freight, per se. I'll let Kyle jump in and get a little bit more in the demonstration.
Great. Well, on average, it is pulling rates from all of our carriers, so it's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes for us to get some rates back from our carrier network. As Grant mentioned, we've built out a network of about 20,000 carriers that's growing every single day. These are pre-vetted, making sure that we're delivering quality carriers to our shippers. So while we're waiting for some rates to come back, I'm going to walk you through a few of the other features. So unlike some other systems out there, Grant mentioned that we are allowing our shippers to work with everyone else who already exists in their network. They can do that through creating contract freight or sending spot quotes out to their existing network, just like they would in their current workflows. A couple other things that we've really taken a liking to is, we support not just full truckload, we're trying to support multiple modes. Today we support full truckload, volume partial, and LTL. Although our focus is primarily on full truckload, we are working to expand that into all of these other verticals. So, shippers who have complex IT teams can support creating all of their loads or quotes through an API. Additionally, anyone who has an existing system that they can download data from, they can go ahead and do a bulk upload. And if they have to manually create quotes, we've given them some very simple features, because no one likes data entry, to recreate recent quotes and or create quote templates so that they can create a quote from one of these previously defined templates. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump back and take a look at the marketplace and see if we've started to get any rates back. So here we've got our first rate back from one of the carriers in our network, coming in at 897. So this is a pretty competitive lane. So this is somewhere where we think that we're going to do pretty well.
And this is a great example, again, just to give further clarity. So one of our largest challenges out of the gate is how we describe to people who we are. And they say, are you a broker? You're a digital broker? Are you a TMS? My answer to that is yes. We're doing a little bit of all that. In this case, though, to be clear, if you're a shipper, this is now your private freight marketplace view. You have your lanes on the left that you're looking to tender, again, just for truckload. You have your incumbent carriers and brokers built in, and now the marketplace is bringing back rates. If you choose to use the marketplace, that now is a fully baked rate that includes our fee, which is a pass-through. We're upfront with it. It's 9.9%, much different than a traditional brokerage fee that would be applied. Fuel's in there, so I know that that's what my rate is. And now it's up to the shipper to make a decision. Do they want to stay with their incumbent carrier, or do they want to go into our marketplace? If they do that, we now become the broker of record. We assume that liability, and all the traditional setup that's been handled with those 20,000 plus carriers has already been done as a traditional broker would handle. We're also proud of the fact that as we look to continue to evolve our product, as I mentioned earlier, we have the opportunity to go straight to the C-suite of large shippers and get straight voice of customers from them on what they're looking for from a usability standpoint, and we'll continue to evolve that based on this. We've also partnered up with some great folks that we're proud to say are our partners, Project 44 in Chicago, and the guys with Cubics up in New England. And we feel complementing each other's strengths, we can go out there and be that much stronger. Appreciate your time today. Please come by our booth. It's right outside those doors. Look forward to giving you more information. Have a great rest of your conference. Thank you.